Yema obia aha biem saba B.O.B online radio /TV. Yema obia aha ebiem. Jumedie bakazi obetimi ashare on Facebook live. Obetimi ashare on Facebook live. B.O.B radio /TV. And obetimi ashare on YouTube B.O.B TV GH B.O.B TV GH. Samsung na Rema Salvation TV app so betimi ashare. Ena obetimi ashare so Instagram at B.O.B Radio. Instagram say at B.O.B Radio. Erade inshallah say nenso obejimre na wama nyina ya bom esia erade asem. Erade inshallah. Jumede medinka kase omo so ya sene Yamas Educational Consult. Ena me ankasa nso me ho. Ntimi so ye pe omo betimi aso ya sene senke se o hwe jumede ne da wakoma so a ye to ye nsafro se obetimi ababe so ya sene ye ni beje pa ye bebo jumede bia odi ho dewro ama na eraden so ayo kese many beje panse obeso yasene na de bia yetumi di jumedi a yato ni di the Bible abreo ejoada mukuada ena efia de bia abra abo ewia dumienu tisese ya ene de jumedi no ebebreo nti ye pe omombe aboafo meso yasene na yetumi di jumedi abreo erade insha no onye okesesa to wakoma so na obeso jumedi yasene so obeso so yasene Obitimi afre 0591483767 0591483767 0591483767 Erade insha se obeso yasane yesia enioma bebre na de yesia na mepese enenso yesan etwaso Efese yensa entwa so. Say so please share the page, like the page. Say the beya afofro bi to me ashebi. Erade inshallah. Say obe like page no a share jumedi no so amayen erade enya okese. Ene yebesia last week yesia the book of Genesis. Ye didn't kind of introduction of the Bible, the history behind the Bible, the division of the Bible, the translation of the Bible, the verses in the Bible. We've done a lot. Into say okaya yedinkan esia Bible no efrehi yehu say radian kasa nu masem. Yehu say Bible ni ye nyame ani nipa. Ye kyerem say e nyame efri say ade bia ya tro ho no na ohu no eye radian kasa nu masem. Eni ese hu say eye enipa free say enipa na troye ntimi ma text ewo 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 21 and 2 Timothy chapter 3 verse 16 emi hu say atro nyina free nyankopon honhom na ebae nti edi nkan hu say atro na Bible na ye kan no enye nipa bi trimu asem ana nipa bi na akogina ba bi atro da bi nyankopon ankasa enum asem ntimi ma mfato ho say se me can se fa Bible fa pen any book me bobo number bi tro 0542283100 ye bisa say wan enu masem na da ho na untumi nka say wo enu masem fi se ona ochro e da bi eye obi enu masem e na wa chro nti sa na Bible no so tie de asem no eye ne dia ankasa de Nyankopon but the otroye no ene na manaba be ye enipa. Aha, fi se na Nyankopon pese odema enipa. Yehu se the theme of the Bible, you can say yambo Bible ne tofa. Ejina semba ko peso. Salvation through Jesus Christ. Enkwagye enam Jesus Christ so eba. Eno ntina me kan say argument bi o ho say Bible ne yi bi afrim enya ni nyina na mo kan no. Me can say men je sadie no ho achim eyampa. We call these books the apocryphals. And me can say the kronti ayi apocryphals ni frim ne say na ohwe theme na engina Yesu Christo so. The theme, it talks about a lot of things like Bel and the Dragon, the first and second Maccabees, Ecclesiasticus, Esdras. All these books are there. Nyesebia and you, but the theme and yet to say Bible now. The theme yet salvation through Jesus Christ. It talks about different things. Most of the times, records about some kings, records about a group of people, and other stuff. And ntina ehun hia say ye de beka Bible no. Ntinka one book and added to the apocryphals was the book of Esther. The reason being that say offer the book of Esther from the first chapter to the last chapter no. Anything called God. Esther never mentioned God. Na account in him. It was nearly added to the apocryphals. But the mere jai yede Esther can the Christian canon on say share the book of Esther, the story now say the people of Israel was fasting. Say Israel for a fasted to any other god than the Almighty. And you say the brain behind it, the God behind the story of Esther, the God Almighty that we serve. And until Namaya did the book of Esther, the Christian canon. Unlike the other books now, Osha, any connection with Jesus Christ, any connection to the theme now in say salvation through Jesus. And say the book of Esther. The other books now and Tessa and untimate the book of Esther account. You see, also say the book, the Bible is having 66 books. We have 39 OT and then 27 NT. Into me can say it is best not to say Old Testament. Say okay older. The Judaism people or a Jewish person will be offended. Yes. So okay Old Testament. A Jewish person will be offended. Like me and Kasa, I don't want to. I am in Pese Obeka Old Testament. Say okay Old Testament. Other religion Jidum say and into no Old Testament. If you say omon practice be a gem in gem. Into share foundation of a relationship between the Old Testament and the New Testament now. May I say the New Testament, the Old Testament as we popularly called it, is the foundation. And then the New Testament is the superstructure. Into untumi nyi Old Testament no in free Bible ni monka say New Testament no na ehun hia. There be we understand wetin. Christians we believe both the OT and the NT ni na yejitum. Yesua eno nso. Mempese yebeko echire bebre. Ena yeba ya bedru the book of Genesis. You who said the book of Genesis, the introduction of everything, the beginning of everything. And to me can say Genesis is a Greek word. It means origin, source, beginnings. And to offer the book of Genesis, the beginning of everything physical. Remember, I said that everything physical. Genesis to me who na shase. To say ebusia bone and you might try a body and the kika in a Genesis, Emma Yehu, San Yomanina, I shall say. Ubebi Sam say, why not the spiritual? And I'll tell you, the spiritual world was in existence before this physical world. Semen Kano, Chia, me pessimetre say, dear young fire new hun, whom your man dare not a war and sana, dear dear new one to me so no eba. Because angels were there before the foundation of this universe. God himself was there before the foundation of this universe. Satan himself was there. The demons were there before the foundation of this universe. Into the book of Genesis, the account of everything that is physical. So, challenge we will have we say, especially this statement that I've made now. You can write on the comment section and they will read it to me and I will explain it further for you. Today, I don't want us to spend my time on the book of Genesis. Today, I'm on the Pentateuch. I love them all. Say, memory and Pentateuch, because I've explained what Pentateuch is. I said it is the 5 books that we agree it was recorded by Moses. Say, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy now. They are all my favorite. But say, through the book of Exodus, it excites me so much. I have many edge ye say me kind. Say me bisa, and maybe I will not be able to finish the book of Exodus because of time. Say me bisa say ote Exodus and then about Tidimoa obeka say enkwasom. First thing that will come in your mind, say enkwasom. That is the first picture that will come in your mind because of the name Pharaoh. The same thing if I ask you, say ote Egypta and then about Tidimoa. And also same thing that you say, slavery. First. But it was not so in the minds of God. God was having a reason why he would take the people of Israel, the last patriarch, not the last, about the third patriarch, who will be Jacob. Obefa Jacob, and then 70. You should remember, there were 70 people that were transported to the nation called Egypt. But later, we will agree they will multiply to millions of people. 400 years, in the past 70 years, they will multiply more than 2 million people. And it tells us something. Say yena Jesus say Egypt here enkwasum, but nyankopon na ohuni sa. The Lord wanted to get a nation, a group of people for himself. Na erade pe oman bi ama ono ankasa ne ho. Now all started on mind. Don't forget nyankopon din kan share Father Abraham bo say ono nasefo ena amanaman mu nyina be inshra mobeyi oman bi ama ono ankasa ne ho. Na saa oman na oba beyi Father Abraham asefo no omobeko enkwasom 400 years, not because the Lord wants to torture them, but for them to know their God. For them to know this is the God we should serve. Enuntino nyankopon de omobeko enkwasom 400 years. It was a promise that the Lord gave to Father Abraham. Yes. Indeed. And yet, the name Egypt, what should come in your mind shouldn't only be slavery. I have some notes here which I will love us to read. Yes. But before then, over the book of Exodus, a focus on 2 sessions, like redemption from Egypt and revelation from God. Redemption from Egypt and then the revelation from God. And say over division also yachemu 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It is having 6 divisions. The first division is need for redemption. The second is preparation for redemption. The third is redemption of Israel. 4th, reservation of Israel. 5, revelation of the covenant. Then 6, response of Egypt to the covenant. In Tisana, yache the book of Exodus, emu. Yes. And then the topics, we have the narrative and the legislation. And then we have subjection, redemption, instructions. Yet through the book of Exodus, Egypt, everything was recorded in Egypt. And then the redemption also was recorded on the wilderness. Instruction also was Mount Sinai. Sure. And then the time also subjection now from the need for redemption to preparation of redemption now. it was almost 430 years. Yes. And then redemption of Israel and then preservation of Israel was just 2 months. It took just 2 months. And then from revelation of the covenant and then response of Israel to the covenant took 10 months. In all, from Exodus to the book of Numbers was approximately 440 years. And almost a spend day on the wilderness. Now, say date the date is about 1875 BC. Good. And then after that, let's go to the general survey where I should give you stuff. Amount stuff. As I said, say over the book of Exodus, it is having two main themes: redemption and deliverance. The book of Exodus is having just two themes: redemption and then deliverance. So over why I'm saying redemption now, the redemption was portrayed the time the Lord told the people of Israel to kill a lamb and use the blood to paint their doorpost, their window post. Yes. And if I should explain it into details, the redemption, no, Saadiana Omoye, no, Nenye Israel fie nkoa, senenka obinye Israel ni, ena owo Egypt, ena ote information na yedema Israel for no, ena ono so kokun ogwama, de ni moja no penti ni ponano a, enko wobo for no onra ho. Yes. Sanso na se obinso ye Israel ni, ena odwene se me Israel ni nti no, memfa moja ni bi nye ma ponano. Owo bofo no duru ho no ma obesan wanko, owo bofo no so duru oba be wura ho no ma be kunu. Yes. Into the instruction wasn't only for the people of Israel, it was for Obi or Egypt or Betia Disubia. Into the Lord redeemed the people of Israel from death. Yes, the whole firstborn, every firstborn that was living on the land of Egypt was supposed to die. But the Lord will redeem every firstborn. Or if you yedi emoja aye pronano. Se oye firstborn guane se o shefia yedi moja aye pronano, the Lord will redeem that person. So that is one of the themes. Redemption. Then deliverance. Deliverance was also portrayed at the time the Lord will deliver the people of Israel from slavery. The Exodus. Indeed, the word Exodus also means to exit, to leave, to depart. It means Exodus. It is also a Greek word which means to depart, to leave, to depart. As I said, to go out, to leave a place. It means Exodus. Into Ushe Exodus, baby, deliverance was portrayed was the Exodus. The time Pharaoh was fed up and said, "Now I want to leave this place. I want the people of Israel to leave this land and go." That was where we see the theme, the second theme, which is deliverance. So as I said, Exodus is having two themes: deliverance and then redemption. I've explained that. And again, Exodus was written to portray the birth of Israel. It was written to portray the birth of Israel as a nation that God would bring God's rule on earth. It recalls the story of Israel's redemption under the leadership of Moses, superior to any so-called God. Exodus also teaches obedience to God is necessary for a redeemed and set apart people. What I want us to know is say over the book of Exodus, na Nyankopon pese oji oman foforo bi ema onoane ho. Na oman na obeyama no ho no or started from nipa 70. Nipa 70 now or started from no. A time will come from the space of 400 years no. They will multiply for 70 to about 2.5 million people. Yes, and that is what the Lord did. In the Ushe Exodus, most people think slavery, but God was thinking about incubation. So the land of Egypt was like a womb. Nyankopon ye Exodus to say oba onyem, and Egypt to say oba onyem. Na Egypt nyim Israel. After 400 years no, Egypt ebewo oman foforo a yato ne din Israel. Into 400 years no, the whole the people of Israel will be under slavery. They will be punished. They will learn what we call endurance. So on the land of Egypt, the people of Israel learned endurance. After learning endurance, no, they also learn how to be submissive, how they should submit to leaders. Into the time they were in the land of Egypt, you cannot say, I am not an Egyptian, so now I will not obey their king. No, they obeyed. Enti na Nyankopon fa Egypt so akyere oman no kwan bebre said be ya omo besua aho hyeso said you besua said ye hyemrase said you besua said ye de ensa ye adwuma. It's not always that the Lord will be raining the blessings for you. So on the land of Egypt, the Lord intentionally puts the people of Israel there, so that a time will come, he will bring them out as a new nation. So that is that, what they learn on the land, in the land of Egypt. So, contribution to the Bible. Exodus accounts many of the religious ceremonies and customs of Israel. The creation of the tabernacle, the formation of the priesthood, the Mosaic law, the sacrificial system as such. You see, contribution to the Bible, no? Exodus, hu the kofa asori dan ni sie ebae na ntoma dan ni sie bae emra hodo ne bae de enam so ma ye hu said ye fa so esi ohene esi sofopanyi de enam so ma emra du ni bae. So Exodus has contributed a lot to the Bible. The general survey, no, so as I said, Nyankopon benam enipa 70 so na nipa 70 in a time will come will multiply omunina amomo aye bebrebe. So in all, if we should take the book of Exodus, it is good we think it is full of slavery and pain. When you are reading the account, it begins with sorrow, but when you are ending, it ends with joy. Say, oh, start here, chapter 1, we see Ohinefufro Bibaba, Onim Joseph, or Maumina Disuamu ye do. Oh, kind once or raho, a time will come, or Hineni Beshesi, a mema, Diabawona, or yet, Beme Biano, Yunkuno. If we say, Osroi, San Shana, Tamfu Betroshe, or Moswa. Israel for no, Aqua can't time for no one or much wash or Moson, Tinisan intino. Abakan Biana, Obia, ye Bewona, or ye Beme Biano. Jenkuno e koso ye kunkum abakan nyina omo emofra omo ye below 2 years omo ye member nyina ye kun obia enti all kan areho. That is how it begins when you are reading the account of Exodus. It's full of sorrow from the beginning. Na ya tie Israel for nani sa mo kwaso mi atwe omo so sa, and a time will come. Say udru the redemption part na somewhere Efriti chapter 19 or corner. Nyankopon Efra say eyi o mafri nkwasom na Pharaoh ankasabeja tum say mean to me bi monko no de krakeke. You feel you don't want to stop reading it. You purpose okanya edru mra Nyankopon start say all manner basa so say all gineman no. What a drew some rena de umpese ubejai bukinikai. It starts with sorrow and ends with joy. Ufrasia me say starting from areho na endia ended with joy. Ended with joy. The time Israel for be chapo kokono. And one more thing, in the Bible we don't have anything called Red Sea. Let me tell you. Yes, we don't have any word Red Sea. Oshe original translation na enye Red Sea. Aha. But yeni epokoko ewo ho. Say yon tinam se de bia me nhia ewo the time that we call the Bible. We don't have the Red Sea. What we have is the Sea of Reed. Yes. The translated word reed, reed, the word that we have translated, your versions now you wanna read, it is not read. Yes, this was just by the way. We don't have anything called Red Sea. It is called the Reed Sea, another Sea of Reed, because maybe I'm fine. It was full of reed. So nim reader, ahaban bia ana edua ndobaye bia efu nso ani. Aha. Ukomi krom obo ase bi wo ho pa. Nti se odru ya wo ra bi wo ho, mo amonyin de munim ra, a marshy place. Nsuo ani sa. Enwura ne tumi fu wo. Mo nim sa ne man de, onim be ya adwen. Enwura ne tumi fu wo nsuo nani. Utumi tietie nsuo ne so. Aha, because enwura no wonso nani. Enti se ugina fa akon a, bon se edi wuram. Aha, ugina fa akon bon se edi wuram. Sa nete. Enti we don't have the Red Sea, we have the Sea of Reed, the translation, no. That is the original meaning. But with time, no, it was changed to red. Because if you should say, oh, baby, the portion that the people of Israel passed now. And so in your koko. Sure. It is Sea of Reed. Put that in your mind. Next time I will ask you, we have Sea of Reed. We don't have the Red Sea. Yes. And then it is full of joy, as I said. Let me use this portion to advise you, to encourage you. It also tells a story in our lives. Maybe how you have started now, it is full of pain. Your current life is full of pain. It's full of agony. It's full of trouble. People are misinterpreting you. People are misjudging you. You are not getting what you are praying for. Your whole life has been shattered. The end will not be like this. The end, trust me, the end will be full of testimony. The end will be full of joy. The end will be full of praise. The end will be full of things that will make you happy. So trust me, the book of Exodus has made us aware. Say, the people of Israel, their story started with pain, but at the end it was full of joy. Now, same thing will happen in our life. Though our beginning is full of pain, but our future will be full of joy. As I always tell you, our future, our current life now is not saying anything about our future. What do I mean? If you should pay attention to what is happening to us now, if you should assess your current life now, there is no hope. Say, oh, share wa brabo sisi ya. Who say any da so be any ho. Who say what current life sisi ya. Who say abembu nko a. Enka bibia amfa ye daache ho. If say oh share sisi ya dia utimu na. Most of the time, senye eradi suro eni eradi adon ho ato no so a. Eya na ekwa akoye se daache no sa na beye nsesan bia emma. Enye sa na beye. Said the people of Israel or Exodus no. Omashase ne ya pa but ekowie no kama no sana yenso ya brabo mete ya shase ne bi enye kama but ye kwa kowie no na wie ye no awurade de ho ato no so nti bibia ebeye kama nti awurade nshraw. In summary, we know that the book of Exodus is having two themes: redemption and deliverance. Yes. Ena yesan ehu se na awurade tiri mo po. It was in the minds of God to put the people there. And Egypt was like a womb. 400 years achino. The nation Israel will be birthed. 400 years achino. Yebewo oman friend Israel. Nti na ye eraditiri mu po krojin. Enu nti otimu chre Father Abraham. Se said the American, say 400 years no man be kon kwaso mu. Later, I will explain the reason why the people almost spending 440 years instead of 400 years. Yes, did God lie? That's the top question. I will ask you at the end. Indeed, 400 years ago, yes, our mind free hoko bosha asase so. Ne Erade tirimu po. Aha, and 400 years ago, Erade kwa ko yi omo free ho no mo, yi omo free ho no mo, ye de omo betwa pokoko na ko boshe asase so. Now the question today, the Lord told Father Abraham that the people of Israel will spend 400 years in Egypt, and after 400 years, they will get the promised land. But it wasn't so. The people spent more than 400 years and san omudru bosha asase ne so. Bibisa say, ne sadunti, nyankopon twa na. No or yes. I am leaving it to you. Go and make your own research, and then next week now, Friday, if God willing, Friday, we will come and then we will come and answer all your questions. So did God lie? God didn't lie. So on the what if applying the book of Exodus in our life today, it is really important. How can we apply the book of Exodus in our lives today? The book of Exodus toto ya brabo ho enna say na yebeka no say na yebefa no. Yes, say ya the Exodus toto ya brabo ho sisi ya te say de meka ya no medi nka aka ma me sense su bi e bia mpem bebre nim bo sherade e wo maye minim agen ko a me wo mamo enye bone de adwena nyankopon e wo maye ne nye bone de adwena nyankopon wo maye ne de bia eye asomdwe so yebenya awieye pa anida so. That is the motive of God for our life. But when the Lord is planning our destiny, he will never invite you there. Oh my God. God will never invite you to the table where he is planning your life. He will not do that. It's already the account of Genesis, the time the Lord was revealing the revelation to Father Abraham. The Bible said, and terror fell upon Father Abraham. If I should explain, the terror that fell upon Father Abraham was the time Father Abraham was seeing the revelation, the vision, what will happen, the agony, the trouble, the oppression, the depression, the slavery that will fall upon his descendant. The Lord revealed a portion to him, and the Bible said terror fell upon him. This is the reason why the Lord will never reveal your future to you, how it will come. I was telling the church, say, Yenya Brabono, the Nyankopon beye nyina ne say, obeka awieye na kyerɛ. Steve, obeye nipa kese, wa o hye obeye kese, obeye enter into real estate, obeye say, obetu kwan, obeye want afọ, obeye say, enyoma kese na bo hye na ewom a efa ho. But ekwan a obefa so eduru bo hye no ho no, Nyankopon enda na di nkyerɛ. There be, put it in your mind. So God will only reveal the end, but not the how. Yes. In other words, God will let you see the vision, but he will not reveal how you get there to you. Adikrodientini said, if God should reveal the how you get to the vision now, there are some points that will come out you will not accept. Onjintum say embra. Yemu bebre ho no mo a ese efagem ansan ye duru bo hye no. Yemu bebre ho no mo a ese nipa tan ye ansan ye duru bo hye no. Yemu bebre ho no mo a ese jare, yemu bebre ho no mo a. The Lord is having different plans for your life. Say the beya obeduru bo hye no. But say wan kata sa nyoma no so na odana di kire wa e beduru ho a ompene. So God in a way is having the master plan which he will not reveal to you. Until now, maybe your life is shattered. Everything is falling into pieces. Everything is breaking. There is nothing happening as you've desired. Bibien ho a esisi se de wankasa wa plan no yagitum. Eno nkyere se Nyankopon apao. You too, your 400 years will surely come. Most of us, our 400 years are just 4 seconds. Our 400 years are just like 4 minutes. Our 400 years are just like 4 hours. Your 400 years can be 4 months. It can be 4 days. It can be 4 years. It doesn't matter what is happening. Trust in the Lord, like the people of Israel did in the book of Exodus. It doesn't matter what is happening. Your time will surely come that God will send your Moses to come for your aid. Do not just kill yourself. Don't give up yet. No, do not. There is time that God has appointed for everything. And do not give up. Bringing Exodus in contemporary, in conclusion, the Lord sees it. The Lord is aware. He's planning. He's sending your Moses. Your 400 years will surely come. And when your time is due, your deliverance will be given. There will be testimonies. There will be blessings. There will be breakthroughs. There will be a whole lot of things that you have prayed for that you see them happening in your life. God richly bless you for spending time with us today. And I pray, Adebia wabohum paeno, erade enyo kese. Erade Inshra, Elsie said, God bless you, Pastor Steve. Erade Inshra, so Elsie. It doesn't matter what is happening, God will surely make a way. Erade Inshra. If God willing, Friday, let us meet. We will see what is also in the book of Numbers. One interesting book back or parents or no. And if God willing, Friday we will meet same time on the Bible. Not yet the for the book of Numbers. And which bekas numri. Ye be the efahom. Mr. Jumedie or Ocean or B.O.B online radio /TV. Ubetimi Ashem or Facebook B.O.B radio /TV. Ubetimi so Ashem me YouTube B.O.B TV GH B.O.B TV GH. Instagram say at B.O.B radio radio. Sansona obetumi uko ubi o web browser na obo modernghana.com. You just search B.O.B radio GH B.O.B radio GH or modern Ghana ehonso obetumi ahye ene de keka ho nyina makase mepe omombe so masena me di dwumadi abre ode bia nti yeto yensa frame nyina se mo beba abeso yasene erade inshra se enenso waje mmere na onemi esua erade asem erade aduma yebehia ifiada erade enkan ho erade inshra mechia me bishop Bishop Dr. Kwesi Osubi cover by sanso na mechia de erade inshra elsin so onete afidie na chiro chinchim ne mame enya asem keto erade enye ne kese ai mechia akosiafo nyina ne omopani erade nshira akosiafo nyina erade nshira obi a ohwe me odi akosia titi omopani no erade enye no kese mechia obi a ohwe me in fact mechia obi a ohwe me ebi a ohwe me oni akosia oni hwanhwani wode ya akua akwa me obi a ohwe me bia mechia. But a special greetings to all the Akosias, especially Akosia nyina penyi erade enyo kese. Mechia me mami Mabel, mechia me mami Esther, and amesa echia me mami Deborah. Erade insha munyina erade aduma yebeshia. Bye bye.